Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Realnesss with 3 S's. I'm your host here, Chantele Francis. And as usual, we have up top with me today, Michelle Nash. How are you doing today, Michelle?
I'm great. How are you, Chantele?
I'm tired, but I'm great. I love talking to you guys. It's actually like my highlight, even though this episode was a little bit work. I love talking to you guys about the challenge. How are you, Fanta? Coming in right down below me?
I'm great. Also a little bit tired, but happy to be here.
Yay! And if it's your first time on Realness, well then welcome. Please subscribe right down below. We are trying to get 1,000 subscribers. We can't do it without you, and we're almost there. So let's just make it happen sooner than later. That would be the best. So, what do we think? Overall thoughts, Michelle, about Amber Alert? This episode 10 of the challenge.
Like as a whole?
On a whole, yeah.
Yeah, I feel pretty underwhelmed, I would say, as a whole about this episode. There were a couple confessional moments that I liked and appreciated, but overall, I think it was kind of like a bad strategic week and a kind of an underwhelming week.
Fanta, what about you? How'd you feel about this week?
Yeah, I agree. I was really hoping to see a fun move, a good move, something interesting, and it just didn't really happen.
It didn't really happen. Yes, it was all promise, but no. Is there a saying? Pine bite? I don't know. It just was very underwhelming, and I was hoping for a lot more to happen. So it just it basically just started off with like Sesay and then Nam talking to Devin about being his number 1 and number 2. I'm like, cool. Like they're setting up Devin going to be winning this probably, and maybe having to put those two in. That's what I'm thinking, is that they're setting this up for that to be the outcome, and then we're going to see that later moment where Big T is mad at CT. Like I thought that's what we're getting, you know. And then what happened? Like what happened? What happened? It was so much promise. I did like though that Devin was working with CT and Nam. Like, what did you guys know that Nam was kind of in on being one of Devin's members? And I didn't really even know that CT was that close to him.
Yeah, I think that they're not super close, but I think CT has good relationships with everyone who isn't in the Big Brother Alliance as well. Like he's good at cultivating those connections and everything. But yeah, I loved the moment of Devin talking to them. I was like, this is a great partnership. And then he did 0 things to help any of them.
I know, that totally got my hopes up. I was like, oh shit, like now the game is really about to start. Whole shit is here, and womp womp.
Womp, womp, womp. Devin does want to take out the Big Brother Alliance. It really bothers him a lot. It bothers me a lot too. I hate the fact that 3 out of the 4 of them at this point had a gold skull. They're all qualified to win the final. They have a lot of numbers in the house, especially with some of Nani's connections as well. Like all of that is really annoying to me because I don't want them to be doing well.
Well, this is the whole thing is, it's been so frustrating to watch the Big Brother Alliance take over in this way. And I hate it, which is why we said last week, Devin was probably at that point, my favorite player left. Because I'm just like, who do I root for, But this week, Devin just showed us that he can make smart decisions, and then sometimes he purposely doesn't. And sometimes when you're stirring the pot just to stir the pot, it actually hinders you. And while I sometimes think it's funny, it did not do him any favors.
Oh, yeah, I 100% agree with that. I think that he should have kind of played it a little bit more cool and quiet, and that ended up hurting his strategic game as well as his social game in a massive way.
Yeah, hopefully his confessionals next week will make up for this blunder, but this was a bad showing on Devin's part because what we want from him, he didn't give to us today, and I'm just kind of like, I was rooting for you. I'm gonna take away that Devin go card. Yeah, revoked maybe. So Fessy wants to mix a little bit of business with pleasure with Gabby here. Wants Gabby to go in, get her gold skull, and then take him as her partner. What do you think? Who rolled her eyes first? Was it Michelle or Fanta? I think Michelle rolled her eyes first. So what do you think about this moment with her in the bunk bed and seemingly their first kiss?
I mean, honestly, the fact that he thinks he has a better chance to win a final with a rookie just because he thinks that she appears to be more in shape than Aneesa, who has been in way more finals. And I don't even think Aneesa's the best person out there, but the fact that he wants Gabby as a partner is frankly so absurd to me. She's not shown any strength in any capacity or smart or logic. I like her as a person, but what?
Yeah. Oh my God, totally. He was totally just thinking with his lil fess. And
little teeny fess.
Little teeny fess. And it's really stupid because you're right. I really like Gabby and I think that she's really, really smart. But I would much rather run a final with Aneesa. I'd much rather run a final with other people over Aneesa. But if I had to choose between Gabby and Aneesa, I would choose Aneesa.
I mean, come on.
It's just what is all of this for, really? You can be back at the house and be at the tent club in their backyard, and you can be making out and hooking up and stuff. But why would you want to be competing with somebody that you're hooking up with? Even Leroy and Cam aren't doing that.
Well, I think it's because he wants reason to have to be with her. So it's we have to strategize, we have to talk about things, we have to conspire, and it forces her to be with him. And that's kind of, I think, his strategy with Haley in the house. They were in an alliance together, so they had to spend time together, and it's easier for him to wear her down, basically.
And he's just so bad at strategizing and to get women as well. He's so bad at his game that in his mind this is the best way for him to get this girl. He has worked the entire 2 months to get a little makeout at the bed one time, and he had to ask her for it.
I have to say, the fact that he used him saying I'm an introvert.
I can't with you.
So cringe. I was no.
Oh, it was so cringe.
He's so cringe. I mean, he does say that she has soft lips and they're both kind of blushing, but the kiss didn't even actually look good. So I was just no. I mean, but they're probably going to do it again. Once you do it once, that's going to be a common occurrence, especially if there's any liquor flowing. So that's going to be a regular affair for sure. Okay. What the heck was Lolo and Nom's first fight about? Where did this start here? It's she's calling him stubborn. I'm there's the pot calling the kettle black there for sure, because Lolo is the most obnoxiously stubborn person I've seen on TV in a really long time.
She's not even letting him speak. She's interrupting him every second and saying, "You're too stubborn. It's always your way." When has it been his way? I'm very confused as to what has transpired in the entire game that has been his way ever. What do you mean? It doesn't make any sense. She's such a hypocrite. She's so unaware. I get him out. Someone commented free Nom. I just died because he needs a chance. But now their fight and their aggression, it's so open and on display for everybody that they have zero chance of getting in the elimination. I don't think anyone's going to give them that skull opportunity because they don't want them to split up because they're actually strong, probably apart.
Oh my gosh, absolutely. And I mean, I really just feel like Lolo obviously has deeper feelings for Nom, and it's just really, really difficult for her to stomach the fact that he's okay, listen, this isn't working. We're not communicating I want to leave. And I think probably the fact that he was I want to leave and said it first was probably even more salt in the wound.
I thought that he kind of was saying that he wanted to work on it in the first fight.
Yeah, I think but not today. No.
I thought in the first fight. That's why I was so confused. Because like he said, he doesn't want to give up on their partnership. I thought I could be mistaken.
He did say that, but I think like he was saying that he wanted to give it another chance, and she was kind of like, it kind of seemed like she was not interested. I don't know. I don't really know.
Hi, Carolyn. So, hi, ladies. Lolo, how many times does Nam have to tell you he doesn't want to be with you in a relationship and a partnership? I think it's the relationship more. And I think that Lolo is misconstruing relationship with partnership with like whatever the dynamic that they have. So she has potentially romantic feelings for Nam and doesn't understand that he can be in a partnership with her without reciprocating those feelings.
Like he was like when she's like, I need a partner who is going to accept all my bad qualities,
I was like,
as well as my good ones. And it's like, girl, you have so many abrasive qualities, and he's supposed to just accept them all. Like,
and you're not having sex, I don't think.
You're not in a relationship.
Remember the part when she was just like, she was getting like really upset. I think it was like a little bit after the fight. And she was just like, just like, I don't understand what's happening. Like at first, like Nam just like blew me away. And then it cuts to them like kind of canoodling and like that little kiss that they had. And I was like, okay, so blew you away in like a romantic aspect, but you're just so clearly muddling these lines and you're not saying that's what it is. Like, you're not being like, hey, like, I have it bad for him. And the fact that he doesn't like me back is like messing with my head. And like, that's why I'm acting this way. Because if she did, I feel like I would just be like, oh, like Lolo, like I would just like really feel for her.
But she doesn't even, I don't think she even recognizes that.
She's like, that's the thing. Like, I don't think that she's like aware of it enough. Like, I don't think that she's like had enough like relationship experience to really separate the two and kind of like figure it out. And also be like, look inwards. I don't think that is like
effective at all.
Much.
So Mimi thinks that Lolo has been very underwhelming this season. And I think I agree. Like, yes, she's brought some of these fights and this, I'm actually interested in this dynamic as a look as somebody that likes observing human behavior on these shows. Like, that's one of the things that I enjoy. So seeing these fights and like analyzing what's going on between them is interesting. But she has a lot of promise too, as to be like, a competition piece or whatever. And she's kind of locked into this non-existent relationship with Nam and actually not playing the game. Like, there's a way for her to get that skull. Like, and she's not even figuring out how to get in there other than, as we'll talk about later, giving a little bit of a sob story and a cry and trying to make people feel sorry for her to go down and give her a skull, basically.
She's one of the strongest women in their whole entire house and has been since the beginning, and could have volunteered every other time and doesn't care to go who she goes against.
It's like, oh, so we won't put you in. Sorry. Like, nope, it ain't happening at all. So Amber B is she's regretting not going in last week. And so we're going to learn that there's going to be more regret happening. But Amber B is like thinking about the fact that she should have put herself in, and she's kind of lamenting to, I don't know who she was talking to, actually. I can't remember. Big T. Yeah, it was Big T. She was Big T. And it was kind of like, yeah, that's the purpose of you winning these dailies is so you get your gold skull, not so that you could be at the mercy next week of somebody else's plan. Like, you had to make the plan and execute it. You're not supposed to do someone else's dirty work. So I was kind of rolling my eyes that she was having buyer's remorse of like getting Casey her gold skull.
Oh, for sure. For sure. And I hope that, like, I don't want to throw Amber B out with the bathwater forever, like for the rest of, the challenge future. Like, I'm hoping that she'll have a better showing next time and really like think about this and go like, listen, I can't play for these like Big Brother fools. Like, I can't play for like anybody else but myself. But I don't know. I hope, but
I don't really see that from her. Yeah, I'm just like, I'm not enjoying her. I really had higher hopes for how I was going to be rooting for her in the beginning. And I guess I don't like the people from Big Brother that are on this season. And I don't like that she's super loyal to them. I get being loyal to a group of people that are protecting you. I understand that. And maybe if I was part of Big Brother, I would be working with them too, because it's like, okay, well, I have some guaranteed numbers. So I understand kind of being locked into that loyalty. But giving Casey the gold skull it's kind of where I would draw the line. I'd be like, sorry, I'm still going to take care of myself first, guys. Like, I won't put you in harm's way, but I want to get my gold skull on my terms. So not really pleased with Amber B still. Gabby also thinks that Amber is a bit of a snake and that she's fake. So she said that she's fake. Is it like, what is the fakeness? Just about the fact that she didn't tell Amber M the truth about her voting?
No, she lied specifically. She specifically said, I did not vote you in, when she did.
Okay.
And then Amber M had it. And then also she was talking to Amber M and lying to her, but let her know, like, I've heard Gabby said these things, and like started making lies about Gabby. And then when Gabby confronted her last week, she was like, I heard you guys were all after me, which like wasn't actually true. She was just making it up. So she was making up shit about Gabby, and her loyalty was to the Big Brother and has been to the Big Brother Alliance. So, like, she's a liar. And then she goes and tries to flip it on Gabby. Nay.
Yeah, that's the thing is, like, she lies and then she also, like, doesn't own it.
Exactly.
She just, like, tries to, like, play dumb, and it's like...
And look like the victim a little bit too. Like, why are you coming for me? I didn't do anything. It's like,
yeah.
I just had to share this comment of Sam's a little bit a while ago, but it's funny how she's opening up to him. I thought he said that he was an introvert. Yeah, I don't think that Fessy's really an introvert, but I think
ew, that's like the grossest like line. Fuck.
Why?
If like anyone ever said that to me and like acted like Fessy, I'd just be like, you're a douche.
Yeah, but like if anything that Fessy does, I'm just like, my eyes are just rolling.
Hi, Paris. Thinking with his little eggplant. And Will's not a fan either. Fessy has to be one of the worst characters. Yeah, I definitely think so.
I like. There always has to be someone that I hate the most. And he hasn't even, like, I compare him to someone I hate in, like, real life, too, like Zach or something, you know what I mean? Who, like, we hate the game and we hate in real life. But then I think about Fessy and I just, like, I hate him, but really the hate is different. It's like, not that he's actually done terrible things, he just is the worst. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's just like,
it's like a different type of
do you know what? I think it's because you almost feel sorry for him. It's like, yeah. It's like he could do what you could learn something about him and be like, okay, I can't hate on you anymore. But it's just like he's inflated ego, and it's just he's a mess. But I understand why you hate him. But it's not the same hate as you hate Zach for sure.
It's different hate. It's definitely different hate.
Definitely, we need to free Nom Louis. Poor guy. Like, I feel actually very bad for him. Yes, Ella, Lolo is very non-self-aware. Oh, I want Nom to have a better partner, and like that would be, I think, an interesting dynamic. Who would you guys want to maybe see Nom paired up with?
I wanted him with Teresa, but obviously that's not a thing. At this point in time, I think that like him and Nani would do great, but like she's not going to leave Josh, which I think is an error on her part, obviously. But her and Nom, I think, would work quite well together.
Oh my God, I never even saw this comment, Natalie. We're on the same wavelength. Natalie says, can Nom get a new partner? Please. I never want to see Nom and Lolo as partners ever again. I know. Never. Who would you want Fanta with Nom? Maybe. I mean, Nani would be pretty decent.
Yeah, I mean, there's really not anyone to choose from at this point. And I just feel like Nani is like Big Brother brainwashed. Yeah, honestly, like, I don't know, anyone, I guess. Like maybe Anissa.
That could be okay. Because he's such a kind soul, and like Anissa's has so much experience that she listens, she's generous, and I think that she would want to do well for him because he would treat her kindly. And so they could be a pretty good partnership, and she would have some knowledge of some of these competitions maybe at the final that they could maybe do well together. So that's not bad.
Yeah. I can't think of anyone else. I feel like that's like a good choice because like they could really like lift each other up and communicate with each other really well. And Cam doesn't need him. Cam doesn't need anyone.
He doesn't need anybody.
It's definitely Cam's final to lose at this point. She's definitely in the front running here. I don't think Lolo's going to get her skull unless she wins the daily.
Even still, I don't even think she'll go in. Like, I honestly don't even think she.
You know, Lolo, she's going to go in.
She should. Yeah, you're right. But like, I don't know.
She just wants to do it, prove herself, whatever. Like, yeah, she'll go in for sure, I think. So the daily of this week is Black Sand Ops. Basically, there's different, torches in the sand, puzzle pieces buried by the torches, and you have 10 that you have to collect, but they're all kind of randomly spread out by these different torches. And so you gotta dig out your puzzle pieces. It may not be yours, so you kind of have to cover back up and find your 10 pieces. Bring them to one side, and then on the other side of the whole course, there is a puzzle, I guess. It's totem puzzle that they have to recreate. So what do you guys think of this challenge, Fanta? You think it was good, fun, sucked, boring?
I thought it was pretty fun. I've always actually kind of liked those like stack 'em ups challenges before. And I thought it was kind of an equalizer, which was really great. I'm all for equalizer challenges.
Yeah, I like this challenge. I actually was like, because it's kind of endurance-y, like you have to do a lot of running and digging and stuff. And even though people could screw each other over and help each other, I just thought it was so funny. Like at the beginning, I was like, okay, Devin and Gabby have zero chance. Because like everyone's not helping them.
And then they were hiding it from them.
Yeah, and they were still able to fucking do it. Like, and at the end, Cam and Kyle couldn't even get all their things. Like, I just think it's funny when a group tries to go against, a team and then they still prevail. Like, I always love that storyline.
Absolutely. Like everybody, their backs against the wall. As they even said after they get the win, they were still able to be the phoenix rising from the ashes. Like they were still able to overcome. Before the actual challenge started, though, what did you think about Corey pretending like Amber M was going to be this awesome comp beast?
He's literally just trolling, like at this point.
Yeah, like he's just there for fun at this point. Corey is so useless.
So useless.
He doesn't have a skull and he's had 6 different partners. Can we take that in? What is he doing? Like, what is he doing? He's lost all of his alliances. All of his people backstabbed him. He has no backbone. He's just... Anyway.
Oh, poor Corey, poor thing. So Josh obviously has a strategy to work with a lot of numbers. So he's with like Big Brother and all these other people hiding Devin and Gabby's pieces and whatnot. But Gabby and Davin are doing the same thing to Nani and Josh. They're kind of like seeing their pieces and hiding them as well. So at least nobody's blindsided about the fact that they're targeting each other. Darrell can't find any pieces and doesn't know if he's just he's missing them or if they're dumb, and you got the little bit of like that dodo sound like, that MTV's kind of calling them dumb. So Amber M says that she's motivated by having Corey as a partner because like he has 2 little girls at home, and so she wants to be like this amazing partner for him.
Wait a second. Corey has kids?
Shut your face. Fanta, you almost caught me there. I was like, oh, would she have like a piece of breaking news?
Yeah, breaking news. Corey has kids.
Wow. I didn't, I mean, thank you for sharing that. With who?
2 different moms.
That I know. With the amount of partners that he's had, you know that anyways, no comment. So do you think that did you think at this time that the curse was going to be broken and Corey was now going to have like a good, decent partner that they're going to put gold skulls together? Yeah.
No, he didn't even believe that.
No, I know. He's
like Michelle said, he's totally trolling.
Totes trolling. So I thought that Gabby and Devin had a good strategy with memorizing the totem. So it's in like 10 separate pieces. You have to kind of like stack them appropriately to make it look recreate it. So they were just like, she was memorizing the top and he was memorizing the bottom. Do you guys have any better strategies for doing these kind of stack 'em puzzles? That was good.
I mean, it was kind of shaped like a face. I felt like you could have even seen it from far away and figured it out. And then when you get to the puzzle, start from the top in your mind, like build it, and then just like stack it. Like it didn't seem like super hard, but I guess it looked different when they actually got to their own thing. Like it wasn't quite the same.
I think the difficulty lies with like the other squiggly bits on the other side. So it just maybe made it more confusing as to where the actual shapes were. But I agree, I don't think the puzzle was that challenging. They definitely have had many more harder challenge or puzzles on the challenge before. There was a point though where Nam was saying that he was in a lot of pain and that his side was hurting, his left side. Is there something that we missed or I missed? An injury, anything?
I think it's just the emotional energy that he's expending, having to deal with Lolo, that's probably causing him that pain, but I'm not a doctor.
Just to just throw this in. Thanks, Mimi. Y'all look gorgeous, by the way. Well, thank you very kindly. Just want to, make us
pump our tires a little bit. Feel free.
Yeah, I guess, it's definitely the emotional pain that he's been carrying for the team. Poor guy. I feel bad for him. It actually probably is. Like, I do believe in, emotional connection to any pain or ailments in the body. And so I'm going to look it up. I do have this app that's called You Can Heal Your Body, and you can look at different ailments to see what the potential emotional trigger could be to make this kind of fester. So I'm going to see if there's something on the left side. I'll see if I can find out what it is. It's going to be probably like holding stress, like something like that probably.
But the thing is, like, so by the time they get through this part of it, like, there's quite a few teams who have like 9 and then have 10 and are working on it at the same time. And I just feel like people took longer than I thought they would. I really thought CT was going to get the win.
Me too.
Me too. Yeah, exactly. At that moment, they had it stacked up. They call for a check. TJ comes over, and I couldn't tell what was incorrect just because it wasn't perfectly lined up. So I wasn't like, where is the incorrectness? And how does TJ know? Like, does somebody in his ear tell him that it's right or wrong?
There's got to be, because he always has that little pause. Like, and I know it's for dramatic effect, but it's not like he's like actually checking it. It's like he's like waiting.
Correct. And with that, though, it allowed for Devin and Gabby to finish the puzzle. They were pretty neck and neck, but CT and Big T were there before him. And Nani and Josh were there first, so they had the longest amount of time to work on it. And then Josh, we just saw just kind of standing there watching Nani try to figure this out.
He figured out a puzzle in his elimination.
That's like the slide, though. It's at least because he was probably just moving it around and got lucky,
True. But just like their strategy, it's like, why don't you just do it on the ground so no one can see it? Quickly, like, figure it out. The top bit looks like this. There's eyes. And then just, like, where's the sense of urgency? But I guess they're really exhausted from running around to like 100 different holes. So
I mean, I can't fully know how I would be. But I would be a little more like, not panicked, but like, okay, God, like, you know what I mean? Like, trying to get it done. Maybe I'm panting, but like, I would be moving at a little bit faster of a pace for sure. For sure. So Gabby and Devin, they pull it off. They are the double agents. And I was like, oh, I love when it's an upset. I love it. I love it. I love it. So much promise as to what's going to happen. Kyle has a confessional saying, like, this is why he loves the challenge, is like when the person on the bottom wins the power. Like, we're so excited for what was going to be happening. And Devin now is talking to Nam and CT, and he's saying that he would love to actually have Josh versus Leroy, which I was like, if he did that, that's fucking ballsy. I would like that.
That would have been so fun to watch. Actually, like any guy versus Josh would like make me so happy.
It would, wouldn't it? Oh, that would just be so delightful. But it didn't happen, as we will learn later. Gabby has some confessionals and talking to other people, saying that she wants to go in, that she wants to do this for her family, that her father passed away, I'm not sure how long ago, and that when that happened, a lot of the financial support disappeared, and so she wants to do this for her family. So I'm like, oh, okay, wait, so is Gabby going in? I'm just confused with what we've seen in the previews and what should happen and what I'm thinking is going to happen. You're going to say something, Michelle?
No, I was going to say, I did really think that she was going to potentially go in, and that was the issue, is that Devin didn't want to risk it being a double or anything like that, which is obviously him being selfish because she needs a skull. And then I was like, okay, well, like, if they were more subtle about it and got Josh and Nani to be the vote because they wanted it and said for sure they're going to go in, like, there's just so many other ways this all could have been played out, I feel.
This is really the boring one.
Yeah, and it was just upsetting and disappointing. And I don't like I feel like Devin knew what he was doing. He's like, yeah, like I'm on an ego trip. I'm just like, doing all this shit, hoping the Bears.
I did laugh though when he made his little sign of the Big Brother Sucks VIP lounge. I got a chuckle there. And this is your segment, Fanta. How is the club scene? The Ice Dome, we learned that that Devin calls it at least. And we hear that Nani calls it at the Igloo. So they call it the Ice Dome and the Igloo. Hopefully we can hear other names for this dance party outside on their back lawn. But Fanta, what happened at the Igloo?
I mean, it was a lot of like, there wasn't like too much happening this episode, but it was a lot of Devin like pumping his own tires. And that sign that he made, the Big Brother Sucks VIP lounge, was hysterical. I was hoping for people to like get butt hurt about it. That I was hoping for like a little argument. I personally would have paid $500 for a table at the Big Brother Sucks VIP lounge.
Of course I would.
No problem. But yeah, like it was just funny how like everyone just got like so dressed up for that, or like, and Devin was like so dressed up for that.
Yeah, with his blazer, jeans and blazer night. Amber was saying that she was kind of pissed that I couldn't remember who the second name was, but she said Nani and somebody else wanted to go against her in the elimination. Do you know who the second person was? Doesn't matter. But she said, may the best woman win. Maybe it was Amber. It was probably Amber, actually. Probably. Amber and Nani. So this is where Devin and Gabby start arguing a little bit. She wants to go in, and he is nervous that it's going to be a double or a guy's elimination, as you said. He mentions that he's drunk with power. And the one thing that he needs to have somebody, a stronger partner than Gabby, is someone needs to like snap him back into reality. She's too passive and doesn't know the game well enough to be like, that's stupid. This is what we're doing. It's going to be a girls' elimination. It is. And this is what's happening. We're teammates. I'm getting my skull. That's it. And if she just laid out some facts, she wouldn't have allowed him to like bulldoze over her opportunity to get a skull. It's pretty bad.
Yeah, no, I fully agree, because he did that to Tori as well. And he will just essentially do that to any woman that he feels like he can walk over.
He was right, though, with Tori, though.
Yeah, yeah.
So, I mean, I guess he's also going by that. Like he might even said that his gut never lies, or he trusts his intuition here. So, can't do that anymore, I don't think. Back at the house, I think it was at the house. Devin is telling Cam and Kyle that he wants them to vote in Nani and Josh. Why would they be doing that, though? Does Kyle hate? Wait, no, Kyle and Devin are friends.
Yeah, Kyle and Devin are kind of friends, but like Cam is going to do what Cam's going to do, right? And like Kyle's going to tell Cam he's doing what she wants, regardless of how he actually votes.
Yeah, I also found it interesting that Cam was like critiquing Devin's game and strategy by saying that Devin plays for power and and revenge. And I was like, that's exactly what you do, Cam.
Like, that's literally what you did immediately and continue to do. And you said all last week, oh, you come for me, like, this is what's going to happen when you mess with Cam. Okay, great. How is that any different? Like, it really doesn't make sense. Yeah, she's definitely less rude and whatever than Devin, for sure. But, like, she still did, like, more of a revenge move instead of trying to use, you know what I mean, things to her advantage in other ways. So
and then claiming that when she has power, she allows people to come for her and to mend fences with her enemies or whatever. I was like, that's what we want you to do, Cam.
Like, when did that ever happen?
That was just
that's never happened. You've never like sat at a table and let Teresa come over to break bread with you. Like, no. Did we miss an episode where that happened?
It was just hilarious to me because like what she was critiquing is what she does, and what she says that she does is what we want her to do. And that people are coming for us for saying that we just want her to do that. You're saying that we think that she should be sneaky. No, just play a better game. And she knows what a better game is. So I feel vindicated. I hope you two also feel vindicated that at least she knows good strategy. And maybe when she watches it back, she'll realize that she was playing more like Devin in certain instances than the finessed game that I think that she thinks she was playing. We'll see. At the house, though, Nani, who was she talking to? Sorry? Leroy, correct. And she's pissed about Devin having all that power or whatnot. But it's kind of like, win then. Like, I can't necessarily get, like, on the Nani bandwagon right now because she's just not doing that well in the game. And she wants to be with Josh as a partner. So I can't support her being pissed with Devin when she's standing up for Josh all the time. I get it that they're friends. I get it that she likes him as a person. I get it that she wants to protect him or whatnot. But I can't support her that much with like hating the fact that, she's a target for Devin because of her partner. She knows that that's going to be a thing. It's kind of annoyed.
Yeah, I hate that I don't like Nani this season.
But Kate, I need to step in for a moment. Because while I agree, I haven't liked her as much as normal. She did have an interesting confessional at one point. It was after the daily when she said, she's like, there's no point in freaking out about the fact that we might be a target or might not be a target. Like me and Josh, like he needs to understand that we need to go with the mindset that we're just going to go in. And she did really seem very focused this week, assuming she was going to get this easy deal of going against someone that was easy to beat and all that jazz, and like didn't work out for her. But I feel like she was pretty like set. Like I feel like she had accepted the fact that they could get thrown in.
But you didn't want the houseboat. So why would her enemy just give her a free skull?
Well, I know, but like that's the thing is I think that she thought that they were going to throw them in as like a fuck you to Josh or whatever, not really realizing that like obviously it would be an easy win for Nani because maybe Gabby doesn't think it would be an easy win for her. Like a lot of these girls seem to think they can beat Nani depending on what it is. So, I mean, who knows? But, like, obviously, she's not going to get what she wanted. But I really did think that it was a possibility that she would get to go in.
Well, she should have made herself be the houseboat, but she was worried that Devin would throw in somebody that she doesn't like. So
exactly, because honestly, I agree with her. It wouldn't be worth the risk of Devin deciding to throw in Lolo in a fucking ball brawl because she would have died. Even if Lolo didn't understand the rules and didn't grab the balls, like, she would have just destroyed whoever she was up against. So much like tension building up inside her. Like this would have been the perfect elimination to see like a Lolo versus
I was wanting it. I was wanting that. I was like, who cares what the vote is? MTV, throw Lolo in.
I did get where Nani was coming from because I'm like, well, Devin's gonna do the worst thing to you possible. He's going to put in the person that can't. So I think she was worried about that, but still wanted to get voted in. I mean, she wanted to have her cake and eat it too. Obviously, a lot of these people in this big alliance want that this season. So.
And everybody else is getting their skulls, and Nani's just being left out in the cold, unfortunately, and she can't win the daily, so she can't choose her own fate. So I guess that's where she's frustrated, but she's kind of making it seem as though it's Devin's problem. Like it's not Devin's problem.
But I mean, the thing with Nani is like every week it's somebody else's problem, right? Like it's just Nani for you.
Yeah, but she was ready to go in this week.
Okay.
I'm just saying she was ready to go in.
Yeah, no, that is true. Like I liked that she was like, I mean, whatever. Well, I mean, we'll say it in a bit, but I liked that she was like, I'm ready to do this. Like I've seen this for so long, but I've never done this. Like I want to do this. I liked that.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so what about Days of Our Lives featuring Lolo and Nam with Casey watching the live feeds here? Whoa, like, okay, Adrian, hi, Adrian. I'm sorry, her saying you haven't talked to me at all last week. Is literally a toxic relationship. I can't with her. And she called Nam a coward, shaking my fucking head. Yes, we're shaking her head, Adrian. I was like, what is happening? Like, she's like, Nam needed to call her out and be like, do you have feelings for me that are different from just playing this game? Like, he needed to just, that's it.
I would have paid for that.
Pay-per-view.
He's so nice. Like, he would never do that.
And then she basically is ending it, be like, I don't want to talk to you anymore. What?
Yeah, like, we should. What did she say? She was like, we're separating. We should be on like different planets. What did she say? Something to that effect. And I was like, oh, I can't watch this.
Well, you want space. She says, you want space. You want space? I was like, is this a lover's quarrel? What's happening while like Casey's on like just watching like up close and personal, and Lolo's on the exercise on the Peloton? Like, what's happening? Yeah, and this is where she's saying like, you gotta love me for my flaws, and like, you know, like he's judging her for her intensity, and sometimes that he makes her feel like shit, and I'm like.
Yeah, like it's literally an argument between like lovers, and I just like, that's the thing. You just keep like hoping that there's gonna be a moment where like Nam's like, wait, what? What?
But like maybe, I'm always like, well, maybe they slept together once or something, and like. But I really don't think so, and I think he's clueless as to the fact that this is what's actually going on.
He has no idea.
Yeah.
This is not where she cried, but hi, Terrence. I saw Lolo crying and I was so over it. When she was crying, we'll get to it in like a half second at the deliberation. I was like, Lolo. I'm really over Lolo. She needs to get some of that pent up energy out. Like, I don't know what she needs. She needs maybe some loving. I think we talked about this before. I don't know. So that was pretty much. Oh, and so Lolo also says that she needs a coach. And so I do
mediator, right?
Mediator, that this is what the issue is with how she interacts with teammates. She doesn't know how to handle them one-on-one. And she's not good at deciphering what's actually going on in a situation, what a mediator or a coach would do, and be like, you're just da-da-da-da-da, you're just da-da-da-da-da, and then solving it, and then they'd hug it out or whatever they do, and everything would be fine and over. They'd figure it out. And so she probably does need a coach because she hasn't learned how to manage herself with other people without assistance.
Which is just such a fucking tall order. Like, you're asking for all of this from Nam. Like, I need you to see me. I need you to love me for all of my flaws. I also need a mediator. I also need an area where I can pit stop and somebody can dribble water into my mouth. That's exactly the temperature. Like,
also needs somebody that gives her, doesn't give her space, that like makes sure they accept all their flaws.
Grow up. Everyone else is playing the same game that you are. with partners. Grow up.
Michelle, sorry, go ahead.
No, that's it. That's all I have to say.
Michelle, do you know anything about this? Hi, Sam. Oh, yeah, let's talk about Jenna being pregnant.
Yeah, you didn't see? Yeah, they posted it. So they are pregs, and they're super excited, and they have this like big photo shoot, and
Oh man! Ella here has a good point, though. So I don't get why everyone wants the weak people out now. I would want them at the end, so I'd have a better chance to win. Yes, but also people want the easiest chance to get a skull. So, you saw how Cam threw a fit that she was going against someone potentially strong, and it was a good move to get out somebody stronger, et cetera, et cetera. But people just want an easier path to the end, and then they'll deal about the finals when they get there. But I totally agree that wanting to get out stronger competitors now would be the thing. And it might start happening now that when everybody starts getting their skulls, like it'll be more like that, I think. Be like, okay, let's take out somebody, put 2 strong people in and get rid of them.
Yeah, absolutely.
So apparently Amber M and Corey both want to go in. Like, okay, sure, Corey. And Darrell says, and I agree with Darrell that, that he's laughing about this, that Corey just wants to get a new partner because Amber M is probably not the best competitor. That was the second time I laughed out loud in this episode.
Yeah, Darrell was a little bit funny this episode. He was funny.
He said, yeah, he was funny twice this episode. What's the other thing that he says? You guys are going to stick together? Wait, what was it? Anyways, it was just more about like the fact that they're not going to be. Oh no, he's talking about Lolo and Nam being like at the deliberation when Lolo's like crying and was like, I need you to, I want to go in. I can go against anybody. I just want to go get my gold skull and I want to be away from him. And she's crying. And just Darrell's like, yeah, sorry, Lolo, you two are going to be sticking together. And I was like laughing because it's like so true that this is not a tactic for the challenge. Mm-mm.
No. The more trouble that everybody else sees, they're like, great, that's one less problem that we have.
Exactly. And like they're probably both won't go in and they're both strong, so it's fine.
They would never win a final together anyway.
Oh my God, that would be such
They wouldn't even finish.
They wouldn't finish. There's no way they would even finish. Like Lolo would get so upset, and I may as well just cross her out on my draft right now and save some time.
Brutal. Oh my God. So yes, okay. So Karen says the deliberation scene between Nam and Lolo felt like a boys to men song ended the road, as in their friendship, as in their relationship. Yes. Oh my God, I wish they played that.
Yeah, that would have been. I mean, they have the rights for all these great '90s songs. Like that would have been a super funny editing thing to do.
It would be amazing, amazing, amazing. So obviously, we're at the deliberation point right now. Lolo wants to vote herself in, as we just said. But in the end, Corey and Amber M are the house vote. I didn't really see it going any other way. Were you surprised? Yeah. Okay. Nobody. Devin and Gabby were surprised by this.
I guess maybe it's a thing of like maybe Devin, like, because I mean Devin was going around being like, if you don't vote like the way that I'll put you in. But I think Devin just thought he had more power than he actually did.
Maybe
surprised that everyone was like, fuck you.
Oh wait, hold on. This is I don't know what some people have been talking in the chat about weather in Texas. So we're just gonna do a little aside here. So Liz is saying, I still would like you guys to send an Uber to get your Canadian weather from Texas, please. What's happening in Texas?
Texas is like crazy snowstorms, like millions are without power. One of my friends lives in Texas and she like doesn't have a shovel and she had to use a dustpan to like shovel her entire driveway, like a path through so she could get to her car to go get gas to charge her phone because she was out of power.
Wow.
Yeah, that's not good. But
yeah, they're not.
Excuse me, Vancouver, like we have great weather right now. I had my jacket open today.
I mean, I haven't been outside in forever, but like when I look outside, it was a snowstorm, a little bit of a storm a couple days ago.
A little bit of a storm. I had to walk to the physio yesterday in the morning, and it was so windy and stormy and thick. There was like none of the sidewalks have been shoveled yet. Like it was horrifying.
Yeah, I don't go outside anymore, guys. Like I literally stay at home. I brought them the recycling bin from the side to the front the other day. I did that and I brought it. That's what I've done outside.
Making big moves.
Yeah, exactly. Just outside, seeing people. I went for a walk with, I don't know if I told you guys this, but with my best friend the other day. And like, it's like, I don't know, maybe actually a month ago now. And it was really weird seeing somebody in person. I'm like, everybody's two-dimensional to me. And she was so 3D. I'm like, you look so real. Like, it was almost like I was on a mushroom trip. Like she was just so vivid and like three-dimensional and everybody's just two. So it was actually a bit of a trip, to be fair. So yeah, Amber M and Corey are the house vote. And Devin though still wants to send some sort of warning signal and wants to send like Cam. I mean,
this is where he starts to become unhinged. We saw his power trip at the Igloo ice shop, whatever. Then he kind of recognizes that. He's like, oh shit, whatever. Then he doesn't get the votes that he wants. It's Amber and Corey. And then his immediate thought is, well, we'll throw in Cam.
Like,
okay, let's think about this. You're going to throw in Kyle, who's one of the only people who you actually have a sort of fine relationship with, and Cam, who will squash Amber M no matter what it is. And then you're creating more. And why? What is the purpose? We will throw in them. We're going to send a warning. We're going to throw in, who else? Casey and Leroy. The logic there, that's when he starts just to be like, I want to do something crazy just because I'm so frustrated that these Big Brother people keep getting what they want week after week. And I agree. I feel for him because he's like, it's so frustrating. I just want to fuck something up. But the point is he's still in the game. And so he wants to just do anything to fuck shit up. He's not playing smart anymore. He's playing, let me fuck their game up any way that I can.
Yeah, exactly. And it's not gonna play in his hand because they have more numbers.
Yeah, smarter.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get Gabby, the other person on my team. Let's get her stall. Let me patch up this partnership so that she stays with me, and let's get this. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
That's the play at that point.
That would have been the play. But I think he also just wants some, like, a little bit of screen time, a little bit of a confessional thing. Like, I don't know if he really was going to throw people in. He did, I think, say that he wanted to get some intel as to what Gabby was thinking. And so he was just kind of throwing out some random names, we'll say, just to see her reaction. So maybe part of it was that as well. I don't know if he really had the intentions of sending those people in, though. I think that he might have just been talking a big game, you know? Because if he thinks that through, like, he has to know that that's not the plan. That's not what you're going to do. Yeah. So we get to the crater, and this is where Nani has her confessional saying that she's been on the show for 10 years and she's always wanted to do a hall brawl. And I was like, really? I didn't know Nani wanted to do a hall brawl, but I think it's probably the adrenaline rush of like just going for something full. Okay, Fanta, why hall brawl? Like you said, this is the one. What is it? What is it about it?
The contact. I love that. I would love that. That'd be so much fun.
I mean, hey, if I knew that I had the majority and Amber M was going in, yeah, fuck yeah, I'd see the hall brawl, I'd be like, bitch, put me in. Like, now, me, having never exercised this whole pandemic, I would go in and be like, yeah, put me up for this Amber M. Obviously. Nani, you think Nani was ever excited about the hall brawl? And I love her, but like, you think she was ever excited when any of the other people were eligible to go in? The Tories, the Cams, the Laurels, the Evelyns, anyone. She would have been terrified.
Exactly.
He would have been like, I'll do it. No way.
Yeah, no exactly.
Way. I wanted it for her, though. I really wanted it for her.
Well, it was never going to happen, unfortunately. And she was pissed about that, obviously. So Corey and Amber are the compromised agents. And TJ asked if they were going to go down, and Gabby says no, she's not ready for a hall brawl. And I was like, oh, the stocks just plummeted on you, Gabby.
She should have gone in. She should have gone in. And she knows. She knows she should have gone in. But the thing is, I get that she was scared, but I mainly get that it's her friend. She doesn't want to fuck over her friend. But you already said that you felt like you owed Amber B, and then you went against her.
Yeah. The whole, it was such a mess.
Such a mess.
Such a mess. Why? Why do this?
And why are they sending in Amber and Darrell? Why
are you giving something to someone who A is going to be pissed at you, has reason to be against you now even more when she didn't really have a real reason before? Now she has a real reason, and you're giving her such an easy win. She's twice the height of Amber M. She used to play rugby.
Well, and also, how did Devin let this happen? Because this is the fourth Big Brother person to get a freaking skull. Why did he let that happen?
I think he just didn't want to okay, this is what I'm thinking. He didn't want to risk there being some twist and him having to go in.
Yeah.
Even though I think there was A. B, I think that he didn't want to give Josh and by proxy Nani what they wanted. And so the only other option, I guess, was was to throw them in. I don't know. I guess Gabby was like, no, we're not putting in Lolo. We're not putting in.
Okay, maybe Amber M wanted Amber B as her person. Or maybe it was one of the two.
She did. So Amber M did say she wanted to go against the other Amber. She's pissed at her, whatever. So she said she wanted to go against Amber B or Nani.
Okay. And I'd rather give her Amber B than Nani when she should have given herself, because everybody has been waiting for the layup of Amber M to go down and get their free skull. And so she gave it to her enemies as opposed to, it's like, wouldn't you rather your friend go out with you getting a skull than her enemy getting a skull? I was really disappointed in that choice there. I was like, I knew it was going to be the other Amber that was going in because of the title, Amber Alert. It had to have been.
Yeah.
Or Amber M was going to win against, Gabby. Those are the only two options really that I thought were a possibility.
Yeah. I think that Gabby going against Amber M would have been a little bit more interesting to watch. I guess they would have been a little bit more evenly matched, but
I still think that Gabby would hit her once and not realize how much power she has and how small Amber M was, and I think she would have still steamrolled her. I think that's what why she was having buyer's remorse there, was oh my god, I could have actually done this, seeing how poorly Amber M performed.
And because they changed it with the balls, you could have just been polite, run through each other, and see who runs the quickest to get the balls. If you really wanted to be you're my friend, okay, we're going to run through each other. We're not going to try to attack each other for too long. And then whoever gets them fastest wins.
That's kind of embarrassing, though. Wouldn't you be embarrassed a little bit?
I mean, absolutely. But I also felt like that kind of
embarrassment anyway. What do you mean? You ran them out of ball at one point.
I know.
I also felt like that kind of happened anyway, right? Amber, Amber B going in there I played rugby and everything. And I was like, this woman is not going to hit this little woman. She's going to get in there and give her a little push, which is what she did. It was just so what a waste of a hall brawl.
A waste of a hall brawl, a waste of a gold skull, a waste of a double agent making decisions. It was all a waste. And we know that it's a waste because we've pretty much gotten through the episode in under 1 hour. Okay?
I felt
it. The comments, but an hour?
I felt it. I was after this episode, I was what are we going to talk about?
Okay, next week, there's going to be a security breach. And my prediction, let me just say it now. This is my prediction. My prediction is that Lolo decides to leave because she can't take it. She can't take the turmoil.
Oh, it's just gonna be like, it's gonna be all like.
She can't deal with it. She chooses to leave, okay? Nam is faced without a partner. There was a sign that said security breach, and Nani was like, oh. So my guess is that they bring someone back one more time.
What?
He is not a partner because there are. I just have this feeling, okay?
Ashley again?
I don't think it will be Ashley.
Who would it be? Do you think?
Oh my God! If it was Teresa,
Corey?
I would hope it would be Teresa.
No, that's. I mean,
but I think that Teresa was probably just like, fuck this, I don't want to come back.
It could also be, what's her name? Like, I wish they would bring Natalie back, but her health probably wasn't at the right point.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm into this. We're gonna dive more into it. I'm just gonna finish off the last little bit of this episode. So Gabby is pretty much humiliated, which she should be, because she gave her enemy an easy gold skull, making it even more powerful for that Big Brother alliance now. They hold a lot of power, and they're decently strong. Like, they do win dailies. So dumb, Gabby. It's a rookie move. It was a rookie move. So she embarrassed. Darrell is jealous that Amber, his partner, got her gold skull. Hopefully Darrell's going to get an opportunity to get his. Who do you think Darrell would take his gold skull, the gold skull from?
Josh or Devin. I don't think he cares who.
Yeah.
You don't think you Josh or Devin? Okay. And what about CT? Same?
Josh more.
Oh yeah, and maybe not Devin.
Hopefully.
Ooh.
I hope that Darrell goes against Josh.
Wait, who does CT yell at in the preview? It wasn't. I guess
Bessie.
It was who?
Bessie.
Bessie? Oh.
Yeah, but I think CT has made it clear he wants Josh. I would like to see him go against Josh, and then I would like to see Darrell maybe take on Devin.
Either way, that's fine for me. I like Devin more than a lot of people in this chat do, but his showing today was really bad.
His showing today reminded me of when I used to think he was kind of botched, and I came around, and now I'm back around the bend. Like, I'm just like, come on, Devin. So it's times like this that I'm like, oh.
The Big Brother Sucks Lounge though made me be like, okay, you haven't been canceled yet, but
yeah, but I still hate the Big Brother Alliance. Like, don't get me wrong, but like, maybe Darrell will go against Nam.
No.
Wait, that doesn't make any sense. There's neither of them have anything. Never mind. Retract.
I didn't hear it. Don't worry. So I thought though at the end of the hall brawl and Amber was going home that Corey looked elated. He looked so happy because I think at this point any other partner would be better than Amber M for him. Were you gonna say something, Fanta? No.
Yeah, he's just. I mean, it's nice. Like, he just gets a little preview of everybody.
He's had 6 partners. That's a lot of partners, and especially if you don't have a gold skull yet. Like, ugh, I wouldn't want to be partners with him. I'd be like, I'm worried about going home. It's not good odds here at all.
Yeah,
at all. All right, well, that's pretty much the episode. I'm liking what you're thinking about this security breach. What other things do you think it could maybe be, Fanta, while I look at these comments here?
I don't know. I mean, that makes sense that somebody would leave.
Yeah.
Oh, yay. It's your first.
This is a short one, so it's not going to be the wee hours, I don't think. Maybe another 20 minutes? I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Maybe they have a mercenary. I don't know. I'm all out of ideas here.
I just really have a feeling because of the way Lolo was just so upset, and I just feel like Lolo is a sore loser, and she's not going to play fair to the end. And I think she wants to screw Nam over.
And also,
they're not going to do that because they've already shown they brought Ashley back and all those girls leaving. They're not going to leave Nam without a partner when you already have Corey without a partner. So if she does leave, they're going to bring back a girl and it's not going to be Amber M. And you're right, it's probably not going to be Teresa, and it's not going to be Ashley again. So that means it's either going to be Natalie, which it can't be, Liv, which it can't be because she's injured, Nicole's injured, so probably Tori.
Which maybe could mean why him and her and Fessy kind of rekindle things outside of.
I think because there's no one really else that's been eliminated that's kind of available to come back at this point. And like they're not going to bring Amber M back. Like she doesn't, you know.
Okay, we have a controversial comment here. Hi, Tej. Unpopular opinion. I can see Josh winning a hall brawl against a few of the guys. LOL. Ella.
Your mouth.
Michi.
See, I can see Josh.
Sorry, what?
Yeah, I could see Josh winning against like Kyle.
I could see him beating Devin. I could see
Devin,
him.
Yeah.
I don't think he'd be very fast, but I think he would. Okay, I think Leroy would beat him though. I think CT would beat him. Jarrell, I'm pretty sure would beat him. But you're right. Like he could win some of it because it is just, you know, he's got a lot of mass.
Well, and I think though people would outsmart him though, because like they just do one big bump, like shake him up a little bit, kind of dodge the side, down around him, and run faster than him. I think that people could outsmart him, even though he's so big.
Yeah,
big guy. Devin's boardroom blazer killed me. It killed me too. I did laugh.
I love like the men's like dress up looks. Like they're like, I brought this in my suitcase to Iceland, and like I'm gonna bust it out when I win.
So good.
Hilarious.
He seems big and always seems to have built up anger in him. Who? Oh, Josh. I guess it's Josh. It must be Josh.
Yeah.
I don't know that Josh could channel that anger though. He'd more likely trip over his own feet. Yeah, I could see him like bumbling and fall. Like he's just quite clumsy. It's true, Nicole. You are right. Okay, so do you think Devin saying Big Brother sucks over and over again is actually just him promoting his OnlyFans?
Oh, does that have to do with like I don't know, but maybe I looked into that too much.
Whitney, are you saying promoting Josh's OnlyFans?
No, I think what Whitney is saying is that Devin has an OnlyFans called Big Brother Sucks.
Actually?
In which it's like a, you know what I mean?
Well, like as in like fellatio?
Like Jose?
Like Jose?
Yeah, I mean,
did you see all those videos of them like giving each other like naked massages?
no.
I've seen some of them.
They're just like kind of caressing each other like naked, and they have a video of them just like caressing each other and like hand just like above the buttocks, you know?
Right, yeah, I saw I saw a couple of those. I'm just like, I don't know what part of the simulation we're in.
I could see Josh beating Corey in a hall brawl.
Potentially. I mean, I don't know. I think that's kind of even.
Maybe.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that.
I think Josh is stronger, but Corey is faster, so it would just depends on which of the Stooges have the worst strategy. Dead. Let the cackling commence at Cam's revenge line. I fell out. The hypocrisy of it all. Yes, you understand us, Nicole. You understand us. Terrence says, hi, Terrence. I still remember the famous line, Johnny Bananas, Leroy just traded a donkey for a thoroughbred. Okay, when was that line, Michelle? Do you remember?
I remember the line, but I don't remember. He lost a partner and got a better partner, and I don't remember like.
Terrence, remind us when it was. I don't remember this, but I remember
Banana saying that. And the person that he ended up getting as a partner, I'm just trying to think of. Anyways, I can't really remember it. In this.
Vendettas.
Sorry,
was it Vendettas?
You guys remember these seasons better than I do.
There was a point when he had Sorry, I just lost my. I just lost my train of thought. There was a point where we had Naya, remember, and maybe he had someone else before that.
Je sais pas. J'ai oublié. Adrian says, like Ross and Rachel, we're on a break, and I hope it's a very long one. Yes, we do, and maybe that's what this infiltration thing happening next. What's it called? Security breach.
Security breach.
Maybe that's what it is. Okay, so Tej says, I like Nam, but I blame him for giving us tame Lolo, LOL. I think she's trying to be calm and sweet because she didn't want to scare him away, LOL. She's not really being that calm. Is this calm?
I mean, potentially. Like, I mean, we've seen Lolo in Champs versus Pros, and like she was like, I was expecting Lolo to be like that from the jump this season. So yeah. I would be kind of inclined to agree. It's crazy that it's taken her this many episodes to
pop off,
to unleash.
Okay, so Winnie says, I just found out that Lolo Jones is from Iowa, so now I understand why she's in constant rage, a la the Hulk. So is she Mormon? No, is that not Iowa? Just kidding.
That's from Utah.
It's Utah. It sounds the same to me. I've never been to either of those states. I do watch the Housewives of Salt Lake City though.
I've been to Utah.
Say it again?
Utah.
Yeah, I've never been. You been? How is that?
Everyone is really, really nice. Like out of their way nice. It's very interesting. It's a very beautiful place as well. And it felt like almost everybody had a biblical name.
I don't think I could live there at all. So Nicole says Casey was watching that Lolo Now combo. I wanted to put up a church finger and walk out backwards, but I could not watch. I wish Casey had snacks just crunching at the pauses. It would have been good.
That cracks me up so much when people just like are right in there when somebody's having a fight, just like watching. And she was like trying to like, she was just like leaning on that like machine and just trying to like.
Casey's the ultimate, like, I'm going to play it cool because in Big Brother, like, that's what you do. You just sit around and have conversations and people have uncomfortable confrontations and you have to just pretend everything's normal. That's a Big Brother thing. So I feel like she was just there, like, acting as if this fight was, like, not a big deal because neither of those people are in her alliance. She doesn't need to protect them. So she's just kind of like, ooh, let me just.
It's like so entertainment. Yeah.
Wow.
Points.
Yes. I don't get any points. I mean, maybe I'll get some next week with the.
Oh, I have all the points. Woo, sorry.
So, Nam, 5 points. Lolo, 5 points. That's me. And then me again.
And then Devin and Gabby each get 15 points because they won 10 points because they won the daily and they got in a fight too.
Who got 10?
Devin and Gabby. And I have Devin. And then Amber B, obviously, elimination win, 10 points.
I cleaned up.
For Nicole's eggplant and bed emoji that she chose to leave in this comment. So, yep, Chantele, Lolo needs a good lay. Stat, she stopped up. I think she needs some, but she's still a virgin, I think.
Yeah, I believe so.
Whitney says, I claim that I do not know what Lolo needs, but I do get this woman a Xanax prescription. I mean, I don't necessarily abide by wanting to medicate. I think that she needs to maybe go to some therapy or have somebody like a coach to talk to about her things because I feel like she doesn't express herself very well and she needs maybe some loving as well. It's a combo. Oh, my exact reaction, Jenna's pregnancy. I don't want, which one is Jenna, says Paris. Hi, Paris. I said hi, I think, before, but hi again. Which one is Jenna? Jenna's not on this season. So Jenna has been a staple for the last, like, I guess probably 8 years or so. She first came on as a partner to another Jay. And then on one of the challenges, she started talking to Zach. And Zach is probably Michelle's least favorite human being on the planet, I would think. I don't think there's much. Yours as well? Yeah. I don't know if there's any other people worse than him. But yeah, so Jenna, she's known as the Barbie Beast. She's used to do really well, making it to a final her first 2 seasons out. She's tall, beautiful, but she's dating Zach, and he's pretty much one of the worst people I've seen on my TV screen. So we're hoping for the best for her, but she's locked herself into a life that I don't think is going to be great, unfortunately. Nicole says Paris, Jenna of the Holy, to Paris, sorry, Jenna of the Holy Trinity with Kayla and Nani last season, also toxic Jenna and Zach. Yes, exactly. Well, and she corrected herself, more toxic Zach than Jenna. Exactly, Nicole. Good luck to them, I guess. I mean, I want them to be happy, but I can just see like him getting upset for giving more attention to the baby. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he's such a...
Even the way he made the post, his post is like, I gave Jenna some loving and she's giving me a baby, giving me a kid, and like blah, blah, like just very like, I don't know, insensitive and crude, and like, they just don't, I don't know. I just feel like she's lost part of her like soul with him.
Yep. She's in it. She's in it. So Paris says, oh, I have to Google her. This is my first season watching. Okay, so Paris, if this is your first season watching, like, we've watched every single season at least once. And we kind of know the history of all the people that are on the show. And a majority of the people that are coming from other shows, we've seen their seasons as well. So what is it like for you, Paris, to be watching this for the first time? And why did you choose to start watching the challenge? Like, what drew you in is what I would like to know if you're still here. Oh my God, Terrence, no. Do you want the Lavender Ladies back? Does anybody want the Lavender Ladies back?
Okay, low key, Sylvia should have won that season, Invasion Earth. Sylvia is underrated, IMO. I mean, Marie's not even part of the Lavender Ladies. She's like a sometimes Lavender Lady. I have a soft spot for Shane. I really do.
I don't mind Shane.
I think he's funny, and I think he deserved better.
And he makes drama.
He makes drama. Ashley's part of it. We like Ashley. And then Amanda. Never really liked Amanda. But at least she was against Zach for a time. But honestly, I never really liked her either.
I'll admit I'm missing like a lot of like people who like have personality.
Exactly.
Like I wouldn't mind Sylvia being back. I wouldn't mind Shane being back. I don't think Shane will ever come back though, because he like called MTV out like crazy.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind Sylvia back. I honestly wouldn't mind Amanda back. Like, I just think that there needs to be more friction against the numbers. You know, I wouldn't mind so much if like there was like that whole BB alliance, but there was also like an equal amount of people who were against them. It would just make it much more interesting to watch. But we all agree, like, it's not fun to watch Big Brother dominate this whole game.
Especially since they're not our favorite Big Brother people. Like, I don't want to root for them. I don't want them to have the numbers. I don't want people to fall into or participate in their game strategy. I wouldn't mind seeing Teresa back. I don't mind, like, she has some heart. I could see her again. I can even, right now, I can kind of see Amanda again. Because I haven't seen her on the screen for that. Who does she fight a lot with?
Well, she would fight with Jenna and Tara.
And Jenna.
Wait, who was the first person?
Cara.
Cara. Yeah, if Cara's not there, maybe Amanda will be normal, you know? And I didn't mind her on Are You the One? I didn't realize that she was so like pop-off queen until she got to the challenge. So I could see I would like to see her now, because it's kind of, I'm like, ooh, this is going to get dry. Look at the fact that we didn't have anything to talk about, I think is indicative of the people that they've been taking out of the season, right?
Totally.
Yeah.
They didn't include any moves that are interesting. Let's see. At least the longest relationship this season is Donnie and Leroy, 10 years of BFFs, Real World Las Vegas. Yes, like maybe we should do a rewatch of Real World Las Vegas, because
that season is creme de la creme. That's one of my favorites. Actually, all the Vegas seasons are my favorite.
Adrian says Gabby's decision was worse than Amber B's last week. Yeah, it was actually worse. It was Yes, Gabby screwed herself big time, because she might not get an opportunity to get a skull now. And she's going to have to go against maybe Nani or Big T. Like, she's going to have to go against her friend, most likely, if she wants to get a skull.
Yeah.
So we think that Gabby would have won against Amber B. Amber B? No. I don't think Amber B, but Amber M, I think she would have. And I feel like maybe even Nani, just because Nani's seems kind of small. I don't know. I can't tell them. They've never been beside each other. I don't know how small Gabby is, but she seems like kind of meatier, like musclier. I don't know. Oh, Devin just tweeted, "Shut up, Nani," and Kayla told him to go to bed. So I guess we stand Kayla now.
Kayla and Devin have hated each other always, though.
Since, like, what happened?
They've had a long-standing feud because nothing happened. He's just rude to her. Like, he always picks on people and is rude to them.
Oh,
and says like terrible stuff about them, and then she yells back. They've had like many fights throughout the seasons.
Okay, hi Tyreek. Imagine if Lolo was the houseboat and they just get surprised with the hall brawl. LOL. I mean that they would never put Lolo in. I don't think, because I don't think anybody wants to go against them. So the house is not going to vote in someone that nobody wants to go against. Nam has a better shot at getting a skull than Lolo does, I think. This was not a hall brawl. Dead. I actually got to fast forward commercials today, so I didn't get to see the million of them. Where you guys were watching it, did it have commercials or no?
Yeah, I did.
There's a lot of commercials these days.
Well, it was recorded, so then it was like we could fast forward the commercials. It was very, very exhilarating. Hi, Zeecher. Big Brother outplays Devin every season he's on. Don't say that. I don't want them. I want Devin to smarten up because I think he's a smart guy.
He just doesn't have the numbers.
Yeah, you can't say like outplays just one person, Devin. Like, it's like they have Sony on their side, and I think that hopefully the producers recognize this, and for the next season they at least cast more of a balance and a more unique personalities that could potentially like have more friction and have more of a battle.
Well, I think they're going to learn that having a majority of newbies and Big Brother doesn't equate captivating television.
Yeah,
it just doesn't. It just doesn't.
But I have faith that they'll fix that.
Tyreek says, "What if Liv was healed up by this time?" I just don't see her coming back.
No.
She just she doesn't know how to, she's never been on the show before. I think they're probably like, okay, you got hurt in the first challenge that you've ever done here. Okay, this is not going to work for us. And don't worry, we don't really hate Devin, right? But we just think that it was a really bad showing for him this episode, Ella. He does get a lot of hate. I'm kind of mad at him, but he's still funny. He still instigates. We'll see if next week he starts being trolling and backpedaling and stuff like that. Like maybe he'll rectify his standing. Okay. Oh, Adrian agrees with you, Michelle. My prediction. I also think Lolo might quit. Based on mid-season trailer, we see CT Big T on the DA box, so they might win a daily, and CT puts himself in, wins, and switches partner, which angers Big T. We do agree that that's what's most likely going to happen, because he says in the preview that he's like, I didn't lie. What did he say? I didn't lie to you. Something. It was another word. Anyways, I agree. Lolo cracked me up with her deliberation speech. Lady, no one's going to break up you and Non's partnership if y'all suck. Come on, Lolo. Exactly. Like, nobody wants to just give you a gold skull and let you, like, it's just.
And you're crying over it when you're on a reality show. Like, if you're this upset and you can't handle it anymore, then you should not be there.
Yeah. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, Lolo.
Leave. Sorry.
It's gonna happen. You know what's gonna happen, and maybe Ashley will just come back, like back, bitches. Can't get rid of me. Liz says, I can't help it. I love to hate, yet also love Devin. Exactly. That's where we are with him right now. It's like we're on a hate, or a dislike. Oh, really? I also noticed in the mid-season trailer we see Big T in the fire escape elimination. That won't be good, I don't think. I can't see her doing.
At this point, I'm just like really worried about Big T's safety.
I mean, Big T should have maybe gone in against Amber Am. Like that, I could see her beating her, to be honest.
Yeah.
I didn't know this though. So apparently Liv got pregnant after getting home.
Yeah.
Who do you know with who?
No.
No. Dead Nicole. Corey's Elizabeth Taylor of this season. Yes, he's had many, many, many partners. Oh shit, Liz! I'm so sad because I got spoiled and I won't say anything. Thank you for not saying anything.
Thank you.
That sucks. I'm sorry.
But we feel your pain.
Don't do it, Liz. Messed up the whole viewing last season. I watched pissed the rest of the season. I know. It's not fun when you get like even a little bit spoiled, you know? Kyle is so freaking dreamy. Okay, there's the topic. Okay, on a level of 1 to dreamy, ladies, where do you put Kyle?
I'm gonna say I don't think he's dreamy.
Yeah.
I don't think he's an ogre.
So from ogre to dreamy, where is Kyle?
He has humor.
Yeah, which makes him like more attractive.
Like a 6?
I'd say like a 6 or a 7. I'd say like this now that he's like cut his hair and dealt with his hair. Paris, like you don't know what his hair situation was like. Give it a Google, honey. But his hair situation before was like a bit off. But now that he's like cut it, it's much better.
Yeah, I think I'd give him a 7. I guess I find him funny. I like how I like his narration. It's too much teeth. I'm not really into the veneer look. It's a bit too much like straight flat white teeth. It's not my vibe. Even though I have straight flat white teeth, but they're real. They're not they're not like cap-ons. So I just don't want to make out with him though. So it's like maybe 6.5. Like I would make out with Fessy before I made out with Kyle.
Definitely not. Definitely not. Stop.
Really?
Stop, Chantele.
I told you had one strike.
Oh,
really
can't speculate, but that's what makes her sad. That makes us sad too. Man, fucking spoilers are so annoying. Like I'm not in this, but like I've had it happen before that I'm just reading like a rant, like a normal post, and then someone just like spoils it in their post, or like a spoiler just pops up on my Twitter thing, and I'm like, you can't just tweet a spoiler without like. I wish that you can hurt some people sometimes. Like I hate that when people just tweet out spoilers. So rude, isn't it? I think it's rude.
I get sent to another level of anger when somebody spoilers me on something. So
especially, I remember when I used to watch this with you, Fanta, and I'll just be like, you take so long to watch the episode, and I just want to talk about something that's happened on the episode. It's not a spoiler. It just happened on the episode. And she's like, I haven't watched it yet. I'm waiting for Em. I'm like, just want to talk about this episode, and it'd be like a month later when it doesn't matter anymore. Anyways, are turtlenecks doing it for you with the teeth? I can't with these people today. Okay, so next week's episode is called An Inconvenient Goof.
Ooh, okay. Predictions right now. Goof is Josh, correct? Okay. He's been called a goof multiple times, I think, by CT. So maybe this is the week CT wins, gets the goof in, or maybe Josh fucks the plan up for him somehow by just being there and doing something inconvenient. I don't know. Either way, maybe it'll be the CT versus Josh. We can only hope and pray.
It's a convenient goof, in my opinion. Don't hurt your hands, Fanta.
I'm gonna follow through with my hands.
So yes, I agree, Michelle, that Inconvenient Goof is going to be Josh versus CT. Maybe the goof part is that in the elimination, it's embarrassing. Like maybe he can't figure it out and he's just like flailing. I can just.
I don't care what it is. I need it to happen because.
What if it's the elimination that Cam and Ashley do, and just like you just see Josh like?
I mean, I would pay to see that.
Yeah, that would be good. Yes. Okay. So Carolyn asked, did we know that Mishi and Amber had a romantic fling? It was in the preview, but didn't see it on the show. Yes. We don't know why they didn't show it, but we did know that there was some drama there that didn't air. What's next? Liz. Okay. Oh, Nicole and I won't. I refuse. I got accidentally spoiled on other channels' comments. I refuse to mess it up for you guys, but it sucks for me because I can't speculate anymore. It's so fucking rude. The fun of this show is speculating with having all the known information and the variables of the people going on the show. Like, that's the fun of this show to me. It's not fun to know what's going to happen at all. Liz, you're scaring me. I feel like the season's not going to go my way. Okay, yeah, I know. I can't speculate by what Liz knows.
Yeah.
Okay, so Terrence helped us out here. So when he lost Naya and got Teresa.
Naya got picked off, and then Teresa came back and was his partner.
So I think the quote was from, which one is that?
Battle of the Exes
2. And Johnny said that he traded Donkey for a racehorse to Leroy when Teresa replaced Naya. That was the quote. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so update on the OG season. We have about 3 days left of filming, and I hope we get a cast speculation for season 37 soon. Fun. I mean, I feel bad that I'm already kind of counting the season off when like we have still like 8 episodes to go. But I do want to see this OG fresh energy. That's what I want. Maybe Lolo is willing a coach season into existence. That could be interesting. Maybe having a like CT being like a coach for some of these rookies. No,
I hate that. I hate anytime reality TV competition bases like tried to pull off a coach season. It has always been heinous.
I mean, I would love to be a coach on one of these seasons, get paid and like just tell people how to play better.
Yeah, I mean that's a dream.
get the $100,000, go on, be the coach, don't have to do any of the hard work. Like I would love that, and then be right up into the drama and tell people how to navigate the house. I think it'd be fucking fun. It'd be like my game. This is my game. Mm-hmm. If your team, someone from your team wins, like you get like a big bonus. I'd be down. They just don't ever choose good coaches. I mean, Dan, I guess was a good. Yeah, was it Dan? What's his name? Dan Giesling, yes. Okay, Adrian says, and BB Ken 9 is back March 3rd. Yes, I know this. Apparently, the cast has already been sequestered since the beginning of February. Hopefully, the house is revealed in a few days, and the cast will hopefully be released next week. I hope so as well, because I'm definitely going to be covering it. Obviously, you guys, you can come and talk with me anytime, ladies. Are you going to watch it, Fanta?
Yeah, I think I'll watch it.
I'm assuming you're going to watch it too, Michelle.
I'm definitely going to watch it. I'm hoping that they did a better job casting. I'm just going to cross my fingers. Because, obviously.
Finger crossed. Okay, back to Amber M and Nelson thing. Amber was drunk and really out of her shell on that live. They definitely looked like they were going to kiss a couple times. Okay, I didn't watch this. Amber B and Nelson?
Yeah.
Can explain, please, Michelle?
No, there's nothing. I don't know the details. I just know that I think they were hanging out or something. And they were on live together. And I guess she was drunk and like nothing's that I know of has actually happened with them, but they like seen each other.
Well, yeah, they were having googly eyes in the beginning of the season, so I can see something happening for sure. Okay, 90, this might not be the right place for you right now, but Zach ain't even that bad. Laugh my ass off. That little ugly troll Amanda is the worst person ever. LOL. I don't think that Amanda's the worst person ever. She's done pretty shitty things, for sure. But Zach is actually somebody that I would consider to be one of the worst people.
I mean, the truth is that I just don't think that you've seen all of the seasons and seen, like, maybe you saw his Real World season. A lot of people have talked about this problem. They saw his Real World season where he didn't seem like that bad of a person. He develops his love with Ashley. He seems like he has some shitty moments, but seems like a good guy. But once you see his evolution on the challenge and you see the disgusting way he treats women and anyone who isn't a straight white male or whatever, and then you see how he's a Trump supporter and you see his like views and you just see the gross way that he treats so many people, like it's not a question.
Like how he was with Jonay was really and
even with Jenna, like even in the last season, like we knew they were engaged, yet on the season he's telling her, "Oh, it's so bad, I'm never talking to you again if you don't leave the show right now." Like gaslighting, manipulation, like emotional abuse, mental abuse, like it's too much to even speak of.
Yeah, he's to me the epitome of a toxic man. Like I think the fact that he's aesthetically good looking, I think that he's got away with a lot. He's tall, good looking, Christian. So like he has like a lot of like outward qualities that seem to be very admirable. But from his actions, I agree with you 100%. He, to me, would be somebody that I wouldn't even have as a friend because I would think that they are such a horrible person. Like I wouldn't want to be associated with somebody like him at all.
Yeah.
This is a lot to like. Okay, so also did we see Devon's tweet? She was saying that she randomly thinks about the fact that she won 3 eliminations and got purged right before the final. I haven't seen any of Devon's tweets. Have you guys been following up on her at all?
No.
Me neither. Unpopular opinion, I'd rather see Bailey back than Devon.
I'd rather see Devon because I find her much more entertaining. I love her confessionals, as most people do. Like, that's kind of why she's brought onto these shows. She's smart. And I think she actually works better on the challenge than she even does on Big Brother, honestly.
Yeah, I agree. It's just a better environment for Black women in general.
Mm-hmm. Agreed. Tej says I like both, but if I have to choose, always Devon over Bailey. Yeah, I think that I don't think the environment's great for Bailey. She got better later on in the end game last season, but even when she went back to Big Brother in the summer, I felt that I just don't know if competitive reality game shows is where she thrives. She wasn't a super fan. She was somebody that was scouted. So I don't think that the environment was something that she understood really. And I don't know if she thrives there. So I would prefer to see Devon because she does understand the game aspect of it. And she doesn't allow maybe her emotions to kind of get the best of her in these situations, like in a different way. She doesn't have these emotional outbursts. So I personally would rather see Devon.
Yeah, okay.
Apparently Liv caused a bunch of drama this season with Amber M because of Michi. I think they would have shown it if she didn't get sent home. Yeah, I guess like it was just like a dead story at that point. I wish I could see it though. Maybe there's like
I think it was just that they were both into him. That kind of vibe.
Thank you, Adrian. You always have all the facts. He said, I didn't lie, I broke a promise. Yes, thank you, Adrian. Always have the truth. Okay, is Frank banned from the show for what he did to Nany in Vegas? He is horrible for the way that he went after Nany and her family. Frank let the world know that Nany's sister is I didn't even remember that.
I think that this is mixed up, if I'm not correct, because Nany wasn't in the same Real World season as Frank. Frank was on the same season as Zach and Ashley and Sam. Nany was on the season with Leroy and Mike and Adam. So I think that you might be talking about someone else. And he's not banned from the show. I think he chose.
Yeah, he just made the decision not to come back.
The decision.
Okay, Whitney's clearing this up. Frank asked not to get any calls anymore, which is annoying because they just don't cast gay men anymore, which is pure clownery. Yeah, I haven't seen. There hasn't been any gay men that I or identify as that I've seen on the show in a while. Actually, that's interesting.
Yeah, that's why I also miss like Shane and Ryan and like some of the others. Like and it was just nice to have some variety
and energy.
Different energy.
My first season of watching the challenge was Rivals 2. How long ago was that?
That's like that was a while back.
Yeah, that was a little while ago.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so maybe it's a thing. People are noticing on Instagram that Nelson and Amber B, they were being very cozy.
Okay.
I would like Amber M would make more sense to me, but Amber B, I mean, I maybe he has some swagger that I just don't see, but like I'm not into Nelson. I'm into Corey more than I'm into Nelson. This is my first season watching live, but I've seen lots of other seasons. Okay, get you. I mean, I think I watch every season live, to be honest. Yes, we did talk about that. Yes, Frank was entertaining, but he's an awful person. Anytime an argument happened, he brings family members up and uses alcohol as an excuse. Yeah, I did feel really bad for him. Yeah, I felt bad for Frank, but how he lashed out, like he does need some help. But he was kind of toxic, I'm not gonna lie. Ooh, the first time Terrence was watching The Real World was Skeletons with Tony on it. That was
a painful season. That would have been a hard season to start this journey on.
9 episodes. I mean, that's so many. That's like almost a full season. Totally agree. Lavalicious. It was pretty boring, and we're only halfway through. Like, I know it should be. I thought I was like, okay, we're on episode 10. Like, wrap it up. And I think it was last week someone like told me that we were actually only halfway through, which is like, wow. As long as the coach doesn't actually get to put in as a player. Yes, I agree with this sentiment. If there's a coaches season, I want the coaches to stay coaches. I don't want them to play the game. I think that would have saved Big Brother, was it 14? If they just stayed as coaches. I think the fact that they went into the game ruined everything for me.
Yeah.
Bring the OG season up. We had so much hope for this season. Maybe it'll turn itself around. I know we already had our remorse last week that like there's no way that this season could still be great. Or like just like each episode, and then we get this dud of an episode. So maybe they're just starting us at the bottom and now they want to build us up, and hopefully the final is going to be awesome. It's going to be a slow progression upward. But if this episode was indicative of how the rest of the season is going to go, I'm kind of worried for viewership, you know? 8 months just left Reddit team because of spoiler stuff, so I'd recommend avoiding that site in the immediate future if you don't want spoilers. Sorry, my internet keeps me behind. I'm really behind on all these comments, so you are totally fine. And hopefully we're going to get through. Oh, we're almost there. Okay. Josh did have COVID in sequester, he said. Oh, wait, like for Big Brother or MTV or for the challenge? He definitely had COVID in Big Brother. He tested positive once and negative twice, and so they didn't want to bring him into the house. Mm-hmm. I don't know about or about the challenge. Gabby wears too much makeup. She's bored, but Amber B is stunningly beautiful without any. I mean,
I think Gabby's still pretty without.
I think she's really pretty without
makeup. Naturally wears more usually.
When she was like laying in the bed with Fessy, I actually was thinking like, oh, she's so cute without makeup. Like I literally was thinking like, oh, she has one of those faces that like she probably gets a lot of guys because she looks so cute and pretty without any makeup on, you know? So I disagree. And K90 says, I really hope you're joking. Zach's terrible inside and out of the challenge until I can't even see his good looks. I don't see him as remotely attractive on account of his actions. I know, I hear you, but you know that if you just saw him without knowing who he was, you'd be like, Zach is an attractive looking person. It's kind of like Fessy. We know that he's like aesthetically a good looking person. But the way that he is as a human being makes him unattractive to all of us, you know? Okay, so what's this? So you ladies should watch the Nani and Teresa Beach saga from the beginning, including the challenges between them. It's on YouTube. Okay, I can find that. If Carolyn, if you have it at easy access, will you just link it to me in Instagram, and then we will have it really quickly, because I might forget to look it up. Yes, Cam without makeup is also stunning with her cute little freckles. Always wanted to have freckles. Give me Devon and Teresa team up. Okay, scheme, plot. I would take that. That's fun. That live made me like Amber B a lot more. Maybe it was the alcohol. She was just very funny and sarcastic. Okay, just a couple more left, ladies. Also, the same person who helped cast BB19 is helping to cast BB23. No. Liz says, oh, my spoilers didn't come from Reddit. Wow. Okay, where did it come from? So I can avoid. So looking now, only CT, Jarrell, Nam, Corey don't have a skull for the guys, and Big T, Gabby, Nani, and Lola don't have a skull for the girls. Cool. I mean, CT's going to get one. I think CT and Jarrell are both going to get one. I don't know about Nam and Corey, though. Would you want? Would you?
No.
Oh, I would. So what do I want for Christmas? To be on BB or the challenge? I thought that was the question. She's canceled for me, hun. Yeah, no Christmas.
No.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just realized also what this is referring to. No.
No Christmas.
Exactly.
No Christmas. And what is the fantasy draft update? I think I have 3 members left.
I haven't lost. Oh wait, I finally lost a girl. I finally lost
Amber M. So Michelle, you have Amber B, and Cam and Nani, and on the guy side you have Corey. Oh no,
Devin.
yeah, you have Corey, Jarrell, Devin, and then Chantele
and
has
Leroy.
and Leroy, and Chantele has CT, Kyle. Are you out of girls?
Do you have Gabby?
I have Gabby.
Oh,
Yeah, Chantele's out of girls.
wow.
And then I have Fessy, Josh,
Only 2 players left.
Nam, Gabby, Casey, and Lolo.
Yeah, you got 2 players left. But you got
I
2 good players.
Team in the beginning. Oh God. Wow. How long has Josh in the challenge? Well, hopefully he's on next episode, and maybe he won't come back, but he's gonna come back. Oh, it was in the YouTube channel comments. Okay, Liz, whose channel was it? That sucks. I'm sorry. Hope it wasn't mine. Not Frank being on the Vegas season with Nani. Nani was paired up with Dustin from her season. He brought up Dustin lying about not being gay. Dustin did gay porn. Frank went after them. Okay. Yes, I remember that scenario with that girl.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Why Vanessa? Adrian says.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Oh, right, you have Anissa. Okay, yeah.
I was like, that doesn't make any sense.
No, it's so weird. Yeah. Okay.
Adrian, for having my back here. Okay, the last question really. Okay, hold on. Natalie says that Sean was the last gay guy on the challenge. Thank you for saying it's not mine. Last question here is, what is our favorite season?
I have a few. I mean, Rivals too.
Okay, but like split it up into categories. I would say what's your favorite format of a season, and then what's your favorite season of like what transpires? You know what I mean? Because like if we're talking about what transpires, then my favorite season is Free Agents, because I like that it's every man for themselves in the end, and I like that my queen Laurel finally got her W. So, but I would say in terms of like format, I don't know. I love the old Inferno days.
Yeah, those are fun.
Michelle, it just might be recency bias here, but we watched during quarantine The Duel, and it was really, really good to see the old school, the challenge, where the actual challenges were a little bit more makeshift and crafty and like not so explosions and high tech and, you know, jumping off of vans, you know, it was a little bit more dig in the sand. And well, they did this episode, but, and find a key or like tug of war. Like it was just a little bit more basic. And I kind of liked that. And then I love, obviously, the love story between DM and CT. So that developing was something I remember when I was watching it, like I cried, like I was so invested in the development of that partnership. And so for me, that's what's sticking out right now, but it could be because I just rewatched it.
Also, you've got to give props to the fresh meat seasons because they have that exile. So when you're in elimination, you have to do endurance. Remember how they had to like make it through this like full like nighttime challenge like every single time?
Adrian, I love the duel, cutthroat, rivals, and free agents. Yeah, these are all like fun seasons for sure. My faves are Fresh Meat 2 and Rivals 1. I actually really like the Fresh Meats, both of them. Just because I don't usually like the new people coming in, but how they did it, I enjoyed that. I guess it ends up being a little bit like a coach's kind of thing. So I like that dynamic for sure. C, yes, Liv, ODM and CT, love them. Exactly. Like it just knowing the history of those two, like you have to always be rooting for CT. You know what I mean?
Of course. Yeah.
And so this is probably our last comment here. So thanks for being able to chat with you three. Thanks for being here, Adrian. You always have all the information when we forget any facts. So thank you so much. And I hope that Chantele and Fanta's team survives this season. And go, Michelle. I can't believe with your goofy team that you are going to probably win. Unless like maybe I'll get a shakeup and maybe I'll get an Anissa CT win and just like.
I mean, here's the truth. Like, out of all the people on my team, Cam and Leroy are probably my front runners. And even that is like, it seems too good to be true right now for Leroy and Cam to just take it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just doesn't seem plausible, but I'm going to hope.
Well, and like, can't you picture CT getting a little bit of power once he gets his skull and then winning a daily and being like, I remember when Cam kind of fucked me over. Oh, I just remembered that. I think Cam needs to go defend her skull, or Leroy. You know what I mean? One of the two. I can see that happening because, like, he doesn't want to run against them at all. Definitely. All right. See, you're gonna make me cry. Rest in paradise, PM. Absolutely. Honestly, like that was just such a beautiful relationship, and. Obviously, I don't want to see that she's passed on, but like just like the whole arc of it is pretty. Like if you were to write that out, it's a pretty magical story. So she tamed the beast, you know. Well, CT. Anyways, ladies, do you have anything that you're working on that you want to share before we sign off? We're still really short. We still pull that extra hour.
I'm working on like going outside maybe tomorrow. Maybe getting off my couch. I don't know. Like we'll see what happens. I want to get too crazy here.
And you guys, what's going on?
Yeah, nothing.
Nothing. Well, I'm going to be on the Wendy Williams show tomorrow in the audience. How you doing?
What?
I got virtual audience tickets. But we're so pissed, me and my friend, because it was Black China on Monday. We're like, well, I want to see Black China.
Yeah.
So that's what I'll be doing tomorrow. So I think that's kind of exciting and fun.
That's very exciting.
Yeah, it is.
To you as well, Nicole, or maybe good morning. I guess it's kind of early morning. Oh, yeah, it's not too late though. I'm pretty impressed by us right now, to be fair. Obviously, love chatting with you guys and you guys in the comments section. It really is my favorite thing to do every week. I look forward to it. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe. We're just trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. Like, that's just not a lot. That's like 330 away. Let's just make it happen like yesterday. I would love it. We would love it. Please do it. Help us. Share it with your friends.
We're desperate, guys.
I should be desperate. Like, I don't even want you. Don't subscribe. Whatever. I don't need you. Anyways, lots of love. I hope you guys have a great rest of your week and can't wait to see you next week. Ciao.
Bye.